Start.
It is started. Are you in there? Oh yeah, I see you. I think. What's up, everybody? Waiting for a few more people to hop on, and then we shall get started. Happy, what's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday. Now just kind of talk a little bit while I'm waiting for. I don't know. Whenever I get on live, my voice always goes a little fugazi. Did you go out of the live and come back in? No. I have a moderator. It was a lot. It was a lot of work. Let me see if I can get this set up right so you guys can see the picture behind me. No, it doesn't look good. Oh. Let's see. I don't remember how this went last time. Like, did people just come on or? Yo, what's up, Derek? Look at you, not even watching the comments. What's good, y'all? I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes. Not 5 more minutes. That was OD. Here we go. Now we got some people. I know. I see it. Like I said, I have a moderator here. He doesn't really know what he's doing, so we're just gonna hope that he controls the comments. I hope everybody's week is going well. I hope everybody's sales are going well also. I hope you're out here gaining new clients and building rapport with the ones that you have, making sales and bettering their life. That's what I'm over here trying to do. We can go ahead and get it started. Got a few things on the agenda to kind of talk about. First thing, of course, is any video ideas that you guys have that you guys would like to see. Let me know. You can drop it in the comment below. And then we can kind of discuss. I'll tell you the video ideas that I have right now. The first one is insurance versus real estate. Like why I went into insurance and now real estate. They're both very lucrative and very intriguing fields in my opinion, but I know that I chose the best industry for me, and I will go in depth on why I think that is the most important industry. I have another video on tips on passing the insurance state exam. I always try to revamp that video every so often, just to give you different perspectives of it. And that's going to be like, how long should you study and what should you study and what should you look at? So we're going to talk about that on that video. Another video I'm thinking about, I'm not 100% sure, y'all let me know, is going to college as an insurance agent. Like, what were the perks of me going to college and then going into insurance opposed to me going straight into insurance and things like that. I have an interview that I'm doing for like the top agent in Las Vegas. He actually has 2 Allstate agencies that he owns. He's killing it out there. I think he just turned 30, maybe. He's a pretty young guy. We connected on YouTube, actually. He also has a YouTube channel. And I'm going to be interviewing him just to get some insight, because he's been in the game a lot longer than I have, and I could learn something. I know you guys could take some value from that as well. I'm going to do a home office tour. You know, during the pandemic, a lot of us have started working from home, and I moved. And so I just needed more space. So I have like a room in my house, well, my apartment, you know, designated for work. And it's been very cool to be able to shut that off after hours and be able to go to another part of the apartment and kind of just chill out. So I'm very excited to show you guys that. And those are all my video ideas right now. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. I also do have a day in the life video coming out next week. It's actually going to the coffee shop. And I know you guys really like those videos. So I have that video coming out next week. It's already uploaded. So that'll drop Tuesday at, I think it's 1 o'clock. So be on the lookout for that as well. Very excited for that video. I think I'm getting better over time with shooting day in the life videos, because I'm not really a vlogger. I'm more of a let's talk about it on YouTube and kind of like educational wise. But I do like vlogging and the B-roll and things like that. And my brother's a big videographer, so he helps me with that as well. I don't know if he's on here or not, but he has a military channel. He's actually in the military, and he does like vlogs and different things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna start answering some questions. If you guys have any questions for me, drop it in the comment below, and I'm gonna try my best to get to all of them. It's not a lot right now, so it shouldn't be an issue, but I'm gonna be on here for an hour. So 8 o'clock, we're calling it quits. Just wanted to give you guys this value, and we are hopping on here once a month as of right now, just to talk to you guys, in real time, instead of you commenting on my videos. And I recognize some of you guys from, showing me support on all my videos. I really, really, really appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. I try to get back to all the comments. If I don't, shoot me an email. I think my email is in the description box of my video. So just shoot me an email if I don't get back to you within like 24 hours. The price tag's on the bottom of this. Let's see. When you're a newly agent, should I be captive or independent? So is that, I don't want to say your name wrong. The initials are DM. As when you're a new agent, should you be captive or independent? So most people know what captive and independent agents are. If you don't know the difference, I'll explain it. I'd be happy to. But when I started in the insurance industry, I went straight to captive just because I knew the quality training that I would get from being a captive agent. When you're independent, you're just that. You're independent. You're on your own. You're kind of figuring things out. And I know I wanted to open my own agency as an independent agent. So I didn't want to be learning insurance as well as learning to run a business. So I went to State Farm. I got the tools that I needed in order to be a successful insurance agent. And then I ventured off into my own, my own thing. I was very grateful for the opportunity that State Farm allowed me to have. I still keep in contact with former coworkers and managers there. It was a great experience. I would never speak ill or bad of State Farm because they gave me the foundation for my career. So that I would say captive for me, just because, like I said, it gives you that training boost that you don't get on the independent side. Captive, you have more of that family feel, and you have 9 times out of 10 a base salary. On independent side, we're just commission, so straight commission. Excuse me. And if you don't sell, you don't get paid. On the captive side, if you have a rough week or even a rough month, you're still getting that base salary. Of course, you have goals you have to meet on the independent side, but it's definitely a lot easier to survive on the captive side. If you have a family or you have, obligations that you have to, like financially, that you have to meet, captive is definitely the way to go until you're comfortable in your skill and your craft that you can go on your own and be successful. Octavia Williams asks, do you use any automated leads, appointments, vendor? If so, which one? I get this question a lot when I'm on like my different coaching calls and even in my comments. I don't use any lead vendors. I don't like leads. At State Farm, when I was there, my old agency owner used to buy leads all the time, and the return on them are horrible. They would lapse, or they're like, why are you calling me? I give the scenario or the comparison of, let's say I get in a car accident and every lawyer is calling me in North Carolina. It's because I was a quote unquote lead, and now I'm getting sick and tired of all these different lawyers calling me like, what do you want? Leave me alone. It's kind of like that for insurance. So they submit their information and they have 10, 20, 30 insurance agents calling. By the time they get to you, it's like, what do you want? Like, no, so I go based off of different social media groups that I'm in. I'm in a lot of Black-owned business groups. I go off of my warm market, which, people people you live around, people you work with or whatever. Everybody needs insurance. And then the last thing that I go off of is different referral partners that I have. I get a lot of referrals from realtors, from captive agents, and then some from car dealerships. I heard insurance agents say that they don't like the business that comes from car dealerships, and I'm starting to see a little bit of why that is. But I'm grateful for every different lost my train of thought. Different referral that I get. And then of course word of mouth. You help somebody save money. Of course they are going to, pass you on to someone else. And then I do market heavily on my different social media platforms as well. Which type of insurance do you recommend selling first? Which do you think is easiest? No insurance, I believe, is like easy to sell. Some insurance on the P&C side, the property and casualty side, is more state mandated, like car insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance can be mandated by the complex or the landlord. Different businesses, that you open up, you do need insurance for that. So the property and casualty side usually is a little easier to sell because they need it. Life insurance, they don't need legally, but everybody needs life insurance. And health insurance, a lot of people get that through their jobs, or a lot of people don't even know where to look for health insurance. In my opinion, life insurance is one of the most lucrative avenues in insurance you can go in, but P&C is more of a numbers game. The more you build up on the P&C side, you will see like the numbers are, helping you grow as well. So either one, I would definitely say get all of your license. Don't try to get one or the other. It's all a learning experience. And once you become a pro in, that avenue, it's like you're unstoppable and people trust you. And it's pretty cool. Are you okay? Let's see. The next thing I was going to talk about was if you guys know an underwriter. So I'm looking to interview an underwriter for my channel as well. Underwriters are the backbone of insurance. Underwriters are the people that basically tell us, hey, we can write this. Hey, we can't write this. If you don't know how to write the policy, they're like, hey, this is how you write it. Underwriters are literally my best friends in insurance, but a lot of times they do have a kind of negative connotation because people are confused on why their policy wasn't approved or why they can't write it, and they feel like the underwriters are like stopping their bag essentially. But so I definitely want to find an underwriter. So if you guys know one, I came in contact with one, but she's currently in the process of becoming an underwriter. She works in insurance now for an E&S company. And so I would love to interview her, but if I could find someone else also, that would be great as well. Let's see. And referral partners are key as well. I don't know if you guys that are in insurance are reaching out to different referral partners, but they are key because, as you know, in insurance, when you're first starting out, you're doing a lot of outbound calls. You're doing a lot of chasing after people, and it gets annoying. Trust me, I know. Even to this day, like it really grinds my gears, when people reach out to me like, hey, I need insurance or this, that, and the third. Cool. You give them the quote. They're like, perfect. We're going to do this on Friday. You give them a call on Friday. They don't answer. Oh, call me Monday. And you're just constantly chasing them. And I'm like, you reached out to me for insurance. And honestly, I know it sounds bad, but I'd rather you just tell me I don't want the insurance. Just say, hey, Kenny, I don't want the insurance. I found it somewhere else, so I just want to do it later, because by me constantly calling you and reaching out to you, that's cutting time out that I could have been making money elsewhere or be, helping another client. So chasing people is not fun. So when you have those referral partners, I remember waking up one day and I got an email from a State Farm agent, and he sent me 3 referrals that morning. And literally all I had to do was call them, give them the quote, and then boom, I wrote the policies. So referral partners are key, and I definitely want to get out and market more. I don't market as much as I should. I've marketed maybe 2 or 3 times, but I've seen a huge return on my investment. I've done a lot of digital marketing, email blasting and things like that. I have gotten some good feedback with that as well, which is why, like, one of the people that I emailed, I reached out to him, set up a call with him, and then I was able to, start to get business. And my goal is for mainly State Farm offices, because I know they can't write a lot of high risk business, is to be their go-to guy. So, if they can't write the business, refer to me. And I remember when I was at State Farm, there was a lot of, especially commercial policies that we turned away just because we didn't have the appetite or we didn't have the market to write that business. So if you can partner up with like 3 or 4 State Farms and they're consistently sending you business, I mean, you're gonna be pretty okay. What's good, cousin? My cousin from Alabama's in here. What's good, man? How are you? Red flags to look out for when applying for an insurance job or other MLM schemes. So first off, if it's an MLM, it's a scheme. You just said it yourself. Just said it. My best friend just came in here, so I got excited. Red flags to look out for. If it's an MLM, it's a scheme. In my opinion, I don't like MLMs, and that stands for multi-line marketing. So let's say I start my agency, Remedy Insurance and Wealth Builders, right? And then I hire Joe Blow. Joe Blow is now under me, and he's my agent. I'm training him. And let's say 2 weeks down the line, I'm like, Joe Blow, the name of the game is selling insurance, but also the name of the game is to recruit people. Now, Joe Blow recruits Sally Smith. Now, Joe Blow is only 2 weeks into insurance, and now he's responsible for somebody else's career. And that keeps going on and on and on. MLMs focus more on recruiting than they do selling insurance. And after a while, you're going to have an agent that doesn't know much because of the lack of training. So everybody that is under me is directly under me or working with me. I don't like to have people that I hire somebody else, and it's just a whirlwind of stuff. And then they all are representing my brand and my company. And I don't ever want it to get to the point where I don't know who they are and what they're saying, and they could be, wrongly insuring someone, and now they're under my errors and omissions policy, and now I'm getting sued because of something that Lisa Ray did, and I don't even know who that is, So I stay away from MLMs. Ask about commission. I know people make it taboo to ask about money, but that's the name of the game. Like, you got to see the commission structure, see how you're getting paid. Ask what the top earners are getting paid, because you're not average. Don't go in the interview and ask, what does the average person make? Because then they're looking at you like, oh, you're just average. You're not going to be, successful here. So ask what the top earners are making. Ask how to get there. And if you really want to, you can ask, how many policies do I need to write per week to make 6 figures? Or how many policies do I need to write per month to make a certain amount of money? So you have to be intentional about why you're there. Tell them your goals. Ask them, how can you help me get to where I need to go? And if they don't have a solid answer, that insurance industry is not, or that insurance agency is not for you. Do you diversify, as in offer other services or occupations? So I dabble a tad bit in financial advising. Dabble. I guess it's a little bit. I don't do it much. I don't think I'm a pro in it, so I don't like to go that way a lot. I'm looking at getting my notary license. Me and one of my brothers was talking about going to get our notary, just so I'm able to, notarize documents for my clients when they need it. They're getting a deed for a house or a car title or whatever. It's a one-stop shop. But right now, it's just insurance. I do coaching calls as well, but it's really just insurance right now. I would love to hear different, occupations or avenues of insurance that you guys, avenues of income that you guys have. Could give me some ideas or some inspiration as well. Let's see. How do you get referral partners? So you can do that by stopping by different car dealerships, different insurance agencies. If you're independent and you want to reach out to the people on the captive side, let them know who you are, pass out some business cards and some marketing flyers. Reach out to realtors as well. Set up calls with them. Just let them know who you are, because I believe if I'm able to meet with the person and they're able to see my personality, it's more likely that we can have a great business relationship. So stopping by the different offices, talking to them, getting to know who they are, because I mean, of course you're going in there like, hi, my name is Kenny from X, Y, and Z, and I'm here because I want to help you in your business. But at the same time, it has to be a give take situation. So what are they doing by, or how they benefiting by having you write business they can't, So you have to have a good solution for them, make it sound interesting for both parties, and just keep it real. Don't go in there all robotic. They're going to feel it. They know why you're there. So just keep it 110% authentic. Joke around, make them laugh, and just ask, do they even have a need for, an independent agent to help them out? For realtors, I've actually partnered with one really good realtor. It's really hard to crack that code for realtors because it's like they always have insurance agents that are reaching out to them. And a lot of times when they sell a house, everything is escrowed, means it's one big payment. Your home insurance, your house payment, mortgage payment, your taxes, all one big payment. And if it doesn't meet a certain price, they won't go with it. But I met with one really good realtor, and she refers me actually a lot of business. So whenever she refers somebody to me and they're like, hi, X, Y, and Z sent me, I literally drop everything I'm doing. I get it done right then and there because I want my referral partner to know that I'm serious about it. And whenever I am, let's say I do write that policy, I get them going, or I don't write that policy due to whatever, I always, always, always email the referral source, thank them for the business, and let them know the end result. Even if I'm working on it. I have one now. This lady was dropped from a very big insurance company because she had 3 claims in a year. And he was like, hey, are you able to help her out? I was able to get her going, but she's not going to put the policy in effect until May. But I emailed him, said, we got the quote. She was very happy with the quote. We're going to put it in effect next week. I'm going to call her back. Thank you so much for your business. Let me know if I can assist you and your agency in any other way. He replied right back and was like, thank you so much for helping her. Because at the same time, you got to look at it from the captive agent side. If I'm with State Farm, Farmers, whoever, and I have a client and she has everything with me, but now her homeowner's insurance got dropped, she's upset, right? And I don't really have a solution. But if I have an outside source or referral partner that I have, he can supplement what I already have to make my client happy. So at the end of the day, I always tell them, I'm not taking your business. I'm not trying to bundle her car insurance or her life insurance. I'm keeping everything with you guys, and I'm just supplementing what you guys already have. So even if they ask like, hey, Kenny, are you able to quote me for my car insurance and it's with that State Farm or whoever, I say, unfortunately, I can't, because I'm just supplementing what they already are providing you. I don't want to ever burn a bridge or ruin a relationship with the referral source over one policy that really, one policy opposed to 100. You do the math. It's almost common sense. Where am I from? I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Clayton, North Carolina. I'm going to put Clayton on the map. It's right outside of Raleigh. It's the 919. I was born and raised there, went to college in Greensboro, and now I reside in Charlotte. Okay, let's see. Should I start off as an independent? Oh, I'm sorry. What's your opinion on Primerica? I'm not a big fan of Primerica. I feel like people like Primerica, it's a few other companies. I don't know if Family First is like that, but they focus on selling term insurance and then investing the rest. I can go into a whole spiel on why I think that is complete hogwash, and that does not work for every situation. And a lot of times I see where they're like, do you sell whole life insurance? And they don't even know. So to me, their product knowledge for life insurance is limited, and it's the people that are training them, it's their fault. So I'm not a big fan of Primerica or any type of company similar to that. Should I start off as an independent if I know little about the insurance industry already? No, you should not start out independent unless you have this burning passion to go independent and you can learn quick on your feet. I would at least recommend, if you're going independent, working under an independent agent so you can learn the ropes before you're out there on your own. And so yes, you can go independent, but make sure you're with a good agent that is very knowledgeable in the field. somebody that is willing to train you and help you grow and progress in your career. I don't know why, my head is throbbing. My head never hurts. My head is throbbing right now. Let's see. Hey, Kenny, we were talking on Instagram today. Oh, what's up? I just started at a captive agency just for foundation, but I know if I really want to make money, I need to be independent. How long should I stay? So as we all know, most insurance agents know, independent side is where you make most of your money. The commissions are higher. You have a lot more freedom. You have a lot more carriers that you can write through. My opinion for how long should you stay, it should be how long until you're comfortable. My original goal was to stay with State Farm way longer than what I actually stayed. I literally cut that time in half because I got to a certain point where I knew enough. I'm not going to say I knew everything, and I still don't know everything, but I knew enough to run a successful business and be able to educate and ensure my clients correctly. And I knew I could learn the rest along the way. And since being independent, I've learned so much. Like, I learned about insurance policies that I didn't even know existed, like wedding insurance. Didn't know that was a thing. It's a lot of policies that I didn't even know were really insurance. And you have that freedom on the independent side to insure pretty much anything. So when people ask, hey, Kenny, can you insure this? Yes. Like, people are like, what kind of insurance do you do? And I always say any type of insurance you could possibly imagine. So I got a referral from a State Farm. I think it was 2 days ago. This guy he works in a warehouse. He needs a general liability policy on him and his subcontractor that are just boxing up and loading the trucks. Never heard of that profession before. Like, he's not the truck driver. He's not the people providing the material. He's just packaging, and he's his own business that was contracted through them. So, hey. Getting your notary license is a good move. There's a lot of people that would come into the bank needing a notary, and you wouldn't have it at a time. Market yourself, and you'll get the business. That is so true. Shout out to the Black Box editor. He's a photographer. He's an amazing photographer. We're going to be working on some content together for my YouTube channel and for my Instagram. So stay tuned. But that's very true. I actually wanted to sign up for my notary class last month, and they didn't have anything to the end of July. Should I have signed up? Absolutely. Did I? No. So it's probably going to be pushed back, but I want to get my notary license. I was big on getting my series license, for more annuities and things like that. And I think I possibly want to get that in the future. But right now, I'm not super interested in getting my my series license. But notary license is definitely on the list of things to do. Most amount of calls you've done in one day being captive. I think it was 75 calls. It was right before Christmas. Nobody's answering the phone. And I'm so grateful since I've been in business, I haven't had to, make any cold calls. I don't have any lead. I don't buy leads, so I wouldn't have to make any. But when you're making these outbound calls, a lot of times they're like, why are you calling me? How did you get my number? It's just a lot of hostility when you get on the phone, and I don't really like that. So, yeah, so I definitely did not like cold calling at all. And then if you're not in the mood to cold call and you have to cold call, and you're like, hello, who is this? This is Kenny from so-and-so. Why are you calling? Like, you just get so annoyed, and then they're like, bye. You're like, whatever. Like, you kind of give up without trying sometimes if you're not in the mood. And so not having to cold call has been very liberating for me, while since I've been independent. In what state did you get your license in? So I got my license in North Carolina, but I'm licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee, and Georgia. Yeah, I'm licensed in 5 different states. My agency is licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, but I am able to write some business in Virginia and Tennessee as well with my personal license. And I'm able to write in 48 states for business insurance. So it's kind of confusing, but essentially if you have a business, I can 10 times out of 10 insure you, unless you're in one of those weird states. Have you heard of the insurance guy David Dufour on YouTube? And if so, do you think he runs a good agency? I have heard of David Dufour. I've watched a few of his videos. He makes very solid points, and then he makes points I don't 110% agree with. He said, well, don't quote me, but he was saying something about how he pays his agents commission higher than what he gets because he knows it'll be a good return. I don't think that's a smart idea. From what it seems like, he's running a very good insurance agency. He's knowledgeable. He's been in the insurance industry for a while. He said he opened up an agency. He let it, like, I don't know, he quit or something, and he came back and then did it again, and he likes it. You know, he seems very knowledgeable. It's very few insurance YouTubers that I actually relate to on YouTube. Very, very, very few. My favorite insurance YouTubers to look at are Chris, the insurance guy. He's out of, I think he's in LA. He's a younger guy. He's 24. He has an independent agency out there, and he's super dope, super authentic. He keeps it 100% real. He's not like, I made $5 million my first year, because come on. So he's very genuine, and I really appreciate that. I've actually had a Zoom call with him. He's very dope in person as well. Another person is Nick Saka, which is the guy that runs the Allstate agencies. He's very authentic, very dope as well. We keep in touch pretty often, and he runs two Allstate agencies, and he's very successful. So I relate to him as well. I like Cody Askins. If you don't know who Cody Askins is, he's probably the biggest insurance YouTuber out there. He focuses more on sales. So if you have questions about how to overcome objections, how to recruit business, or how to, like, any of that, he's the guy. And when I first started insurance, I watched his videos nonstop. Cody Askins is a legend. I really appreciate his videos. I don't watch him as much now because my YouTube channel isn't really for like sales. Like, I'll do a video here and there if it's requested, like how to make a sale or whatever. But I like to focus on the meat of things, like the product knowledge, how to just be a successful insurance agent, how to, you know, get your leads and things like that. But Cody Askins is a legend. He's done well. He continues to do well, and he's out here killing it. And hopefully one day I can be on Cody's level. I remember a few months ago on his Instagram, he showed where he insured a commercial plane. How do you even do that? Like, how do you even insure a plane? So I want to get to that level one day. That's definitely a dream of mine, as well as being like a celebrity insurance agent. Just insuring different properties and assets that celebrities have. That would be a huge goal of mine, to have that type of network. So that's the way I'm going with that. Who is my biggest inspiration? That's a good question. If you say in life, like not like insurance wise, but just like in life, which I guess comes back to insurance, it would definitely be my parents and my brother. My parents, I have seen them start from ground zero. Like, I mean, mom quit her job, dad was working to support the family. And I seen them like together build up a multi-million-dollar business, you know, and my life, you know, changed dramatically. Not dramatically, that's not the right word. Dramatically, not dramatically. It changed dramatically just because I was, you know, it afforded financial freedom and things like that. And they always taught us, you know, about how to be financially literate, as well as remain humble. And they are the most humble people that I've ever met. Like, they never, like, if I didn't know them, I wouldn't know they have as much money as they do. I don't think most people know how much money, you know, they actually have, but they are huge inspirations to me. Whenever I have like a business like hiccup, I'll call them and be like, hey, this is what's going on. I remember one time when I first started in January, a big mix-up happened, and basically I wrote 2 policies that vanished in thin air. I mean, nobody could find the policies. The company, it was a lot of just miscommunication, and I was freaking out because these 2 people mean a lot to me that I insured, and I want to always remain professional. Yeah, you're my friend, and you're my mom's friend, but at the end of the day, I run a business. I am an insurance professional, and I want to remain that. And so I was like, how do I fix this? And my mom literally sat me down. She was like, look, this is where the leadership comes in. This is where you have to remain calm, cool, and collected. She taught me through it. We handled it. She told me how to talk to the clients, and it was amazing how like it was so seamless. And so I appreciate my parents as well, and my dad is just so financially like there. Like he keeps me on my feet, how to like where to put money, where not to put money. If something goes wrong, I'm calling him, like help me. And then for my brother, I've literally seen him turn his whole career around and capitalize on it. And I just really appreciate all of them. They are great. So they are really my biggest inspiration out of anybody I could possibly think of. So yeah. My favorite type of leads. My favorite type of leads would be, I guess, the ones I get from my referral partners, or if somebody puts me on, like one of my friends or families, like, hey, call Kenny. I actually had one of those. My uncle is part of a lodge, and he referred his lodge to me to insure the building, the lodge or whatever. And I thought that was really amazing that he thought enough of me to think about me to, be able to insure his lodge. So I thought that was pretty amazing. And it's always nice when people, speak highly on your name and your business, because you work so hard to build up your business, because the most important thing a business owner has is their brand. So if your brand is tarnished, then it's like, what do you have, I went to North Carolina A&T State University, the #1 public HBCU in the nation. If you don't know what an HBCU is, it's a historically Black college or university. It's in Greensboro, North Carolina. It molded me to the man I am today. I'm forever grateful for that lesson that I've learned at A&T. I did not major in anything in regards to insurance, but I would not take back going to that university. For someone coming out of high school soon, do you think getting licensed would be smart or go to college? Listen, I just had a spill about how I love college, right? But this is what I was telling my mom the other day. Just think about this. If I were to, my network would be different and all that, but if I would have went straight out of high school and got into insurance, I would be a millionaire now. Guaranteed it. Because college helped me with my network and things like that. Like, I would say 80% of my clients are from college. 95% of my close circle is from my college, and it was some of the best memories I've ever made in my life. However, if you're not really, I would say you can go to college and get your insurance license, because you can have a very lucrative career in college. And let's say your senior year, you graduate and you want to open your own agency. You've had 4 or 5 years of experience before you open your own agency, and you had the cushion of being in college, So I would highly recommend doing both if you can. If you can't, go right into insurance, learn all you can, network with people that are similar, minded as you. Find younger people that are your age that, have businesses, or even in college. Network with people in college, because those will be a huge part of your clientele if you play your cards right. And it can help pay for college, because insurance is super lucrative. The insurance and financial services industry has the most millionaires out of any industry in the world. So that goes to show you right there that it can really pay for your college. And then when you get out, debt free, and you have a business. So yeah. Struggling with the exam, can you give me some study advice? So I have 4 videos on how to pass this exam with some great tips. The main tips I would say would be use flashcards. Flashcards are my best friends. I had over 1,000 flashcards. Sounds a lot, but when you break it down in sections, it's not a lot. Take breaks. Allow your brain to process what you learn. I usually would study for an hour and take a 20-minute break, just so I could, regenerate. I don't know if that's even the right word, but regenerate my brain and be able to go again. Because if you're constantly studying for 3-4 hours, at the end of the 3rd hour, you're like, what did I even just read? What did I study? And now you're not retaining information because you're mentally exhausted. So that would be a few of my biggest things. College is definitely a great networking opportunity. I'm so grateful for college. I'm so glad I went. My major was actually sports. It was sports science and fitness management with a concentration in pre-physical therapy. It's a long title. I originally wanted to go to physical therapy school, and then when I did my internships with a physical therapist, it was so boring. And then, oh yeah, insurance, that'll be fun. I mean, it is to me, but looking back, I'm like, I can't believe I thought that insurance would be more fun. I mean, it is in my opinion, but physical therapy was just very repetitive. And insurance is something new every day. And I'm literally learning something new every day with insurance. Like one thing I learned today was, let's see, what did I learn today? I don't know. I learned something. I know I did, but I don't know exactly what I learned today, but it was, I learned from like the like surplus lines or the specialty lines that if another agency quotes that same carrier, the same, risk, and they don't go with it, you can pull that same quote and it can become yours, and then you can insure them. And that happened today because he was like, I don't like my agent that quoted me. He seems sketchy. Can you pull the same quote? If you can give me the same price, then I would be able to, move forward. And I was able to, and so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm low-key scared jumping right into the game so young, but I'm ready for the experience. No, for sure. You're so young. Like, go for it. The worst that can happen is that you can trip up, you can fall, and then you get up, you learn from your mistakes, and you level up. That's the worst that can happen. Like, if you ever want to reach out to me, I'll put my email in here. You can email me, and I would love to talk to you. Just to see where your head is with insurance. It's a great, great, great field to be in, and you're so young. You can, even if you don't like it, I mean, you gave it a try. It's not for everybody. I learned that, insurance isn't for everybody, but it might be for you, and you might be the next Bill Gates of insurance. I don't know, but only you will know until, you go in there and kill it. Thanks, KJ. Let's see. Working too hard, you don't remember what you learned. Today was crazy. So this weekend, my cousin's coming up here for her birthday, right? And so I was running around today. I had to get a haircut because I was looking crazy. So I started pre-recording my videos. When y'all see them, they were shot like months ago. And that's because I looked homeless today. Like, my hair was all the way out here. My beard, I mean, it was still looking the same. It just wasn't shaped up or anything. And it was crazy. So I had to, regroup with that. I had some appointments to go to. I had to write I think 3 policies today, but they were through, one was commercial auto. Let me tell you about commercial auto. Commercial auto is very, 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 very lucrative. It was like, I think, what did I say, $10,000 in premium? 15, something like that, in premium, just off of that one policy. And I was just like, yeah, I can rocks with it. So commercial auto, it's a lot. I'm not a huge pro in commercial auto, but I'm learning, and that's the beauty of being in insurance. You have a whole team, underwriting team, processing team. You have this team behind you that wants to help you. And I tell you, they walk with me step by step on how to correctly write a commercial auto policy, because when I was with State Farm, they don't really focus a ton on commercial auto or commercial in general. So it was just like, I learned on my own, but I'm grateful that I was able to be essentially thrown to the wolves and figure it out. My first week in insurance, I had to write a commercial policy, but it was for the specialty lines or the surplus, the people that go to the market that they can insure anybody pretty much. The policy was so hard, but I'm so grateful that I had to go through that because it taught me so much about insurance. And when I came into the independent side, it literally opened up a whole different door to knowledge that I had no idea was out here. So yeah, it was great. My IG is KennyJTV, actually. It's my YouTube name. Jacob, 26, single dad with, I think it's his custody. I'm a full-time college student right now. I like to get licensed and start working to build it up. I'd be more worried about being part of the 92% that drop out. You can't worry about the 92% of people that drop out, because what if you're that 8% that, just kills it and now you're the greatest insurance agent of all time? A lot of time, what stops people, even what stopped me before I got into the insurance industry, was fear. What if I can't do this? What if I can't do that? But what if you can? And you don't want to live with regrets. You want to live with, I'm glad I did that, or I'm glad I learned this from this experience. So for you, I would recommend going captive because you do have, a child, or you have children to support. So I would recommend going captive where you have that base salary, you can learn, and then you can decide, hey, do I want to stay captive or do I want to go independent? Don't get me wrong, you can make 6 figures easily on the captive side. I was talking about Cody Askins, and he made $116,000 his first 8 months as a captive insurance agent. It's very doable. If you do reverse math on your commissions, like how much you're making, you can see how many policies you need to write per day in order to get to that 6-figure mark. So I would highly recommend doing that if you really want to see, how much money you can actually make. Do life insurance policies cover those who have taken the vaccine? The COVID vaccine, is that what you're asking? Right now, it does. I would highly recommend anybody that has had COVID to get life insurance now, because I think in the next 2 years, that's going to be a question on the application is, have you had COVID or the vaccine or something like that? So, but right now, the policies that I write, I've never came across the COVID question. Are you hiring? Always hiring. You can shoot your information to my email that I posted above. If I need to drop it again, let me know. Let's see. And that's to both of y'all that just said that. I'm a new agent and I'm 2 months in and 0 closed sales. Management wants to reduce my advance. Any ideas as to how I can begin the process of gaining more persons in my funnel? Whoa. Okay. 2 months in, haven't made any sales. How long have you been attempting to make sales? 1, what company are you working for? And are you captive or independent? And then I can kind of give you some direction on that. How do you go about becoming the insurance guy in the family so that maybe you can get referrals from family? Reaching out to them, talking to them. I mean, they know you're in insurance. They've probably seen, that you're out here trying to sell insurance. A lot of time, I did not rely on my family in order to sustain my business. Of course, like my parents, supported me, and some of my closest cousins supported me as well. My brother's he's in the military, so that's like he's insured through the government and all that. But I didn't rely on that to kind of keep me sustained. But I did reach out to all my family. I got some good feedback as well. But some people are like, no, I don't want to switch. And it's okay. I never take it personal when people say no, because at the end of the day, I'm just doing my job. Don't get mad with your auntie because she's insured with Liberty Mutual, or you want to write a policy. Just don't take it personal. Just keep reaching out. And that's the important thing about a CRM system, is that you put reminders in there that is constantly reminding you to, check up on Aunt Sue and you see how she's doing and see, has she given any more thought to the insurance? Because after a while, they're going to say yeah. So fear is false evidence appearing real. That's so true. The phone book, Facebook so far, I'm trying face-to-face as well. I work for Save Your Life in the Caribbean. Oh, what? I don't even know how to say. How do I say that? He's in the Caribbean. What I say? What island is he a part of? What island are you from? I know this. I have somebody that's Caribbean in the room, so shout out to you. What island are you from? I've heard of Sagicor Life. I've heard of them before. Market on your social media. Reach out to people. Are you just selling life insurance? That might be not part of the issue, but that might be why you're not being as successful. For me, I started out with all my license, St. Kitts, and I don't know where that at, St. Kitts. You don't know either. Okay, you're supposed to be Caribbean. What is that near? But yeah, I started out with all my license. So let's say they don't get their life insurance with me, but they got their homeowner's insurance, their car insurance, they got their business insurance with me. And now they've seen that I saved them over $5,000 for the year. And then I can pivot to life insurance, or I can pivot to different health products because they see the value that I'm bringing to them. Let's see. Can I get a policy on my mother without her authorization? No, you cannot get a policy on your mother without authorization, because what that sounds like to the insurance company is that you're trying to kill your mother. Just being 100% honest with you. I had actually one of my aunts reached out to me and said, hey, can I insure my ex-husband that's in Texas? She's in North Carolina, in Texas, and he not know. It was so many things wrong with that sentence that I just said no, and I explained to her why. So whenever you get a policy on someone, you have to have what's called insurable interest, which means you have to have some type of interest in that person. And like, that's my ex, like that doesn't count. Like you have to be like a child, a grandmother, a cousin, something in that relation, and then they have to sign off on it. So you can't just get a policy and they not know, you know. We mainly do life insurance, health insurance, final expense, and endowments. So do they provide leads for you, or do you have to buy your own leads, or what? See, I'm usually stumped when people ask about just solely life insurance, because I haven't had to experience solely life insurance. You know, P&C is like amazing. Life insurance is amazing. Health insurance is amazing, but I've never had to deal with just one. So if I can't get your life, as I said, I can get 2 or 3 other things. So I really do appreciate you, bro. I love seeing other Black people win. I appreciate it, Justin. Yeah, that's my main reason for starting my YouTube channel, was because there wasn't anybody that looked like me that was consistent on YouTube talking about insurance. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and, I guess, be the change I wanted to see. I'm really happy I did it. A lot of you guys are very encouraging, very kind, and you send me a lot of positive energy. It's great. So I really do appreciate you guys. But yeah, I will continue to make videos. If you guys have any video ideas that you would like to see, or any questions, let me know, and I will execute that in a video the best way that I possibly can. The video shooting process and the editing process takes me a long time. It's not my favorite part. My favorite part of the whole YouTube process is clicking upload, because I actually hate editing. Shooting's not horrible, but I can't talk for real, honestly, y'all. So like when I'm shooting a video, I have so many retakes. It's crazy. So yeah, I don't enjoy it, but uploading is definitely my favorite part. Kenny, what is your opinion on final expense? I see a lot of that getting pushed online. Do you have any experience with it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't written a ton of final expense policies. If you are in life insurance, final expense is the most lucrative, or one of the most lucrative avenues to go through, which is why you see people that are just final expense agents. I would love to go more into final expense, but I just haven't really tapped into that market yet. And for me, it's more so me planning how to, I guess, like market to that market correctly. I don't want to just go out there and be like, hi, I'm a final expense agent, because those type of people that you're targeting for final expense are people that are older, people that don't have insurance, they may have health problems. So I have to find that market and see how to execute that correctly before I go full force into it. So you have to get your own leads. That's actually very tricky. Have you ever thought about getting all of your license and not just life insurance? My mother got the COVID vaccine. I suspect there may be a fatal side effect. She hates talking about death. That's why I asked. Yeah. Try to keep bringing it up. And hold on. No. You're laughing. What was I saying, y'all? Hold on a second. My mouth is really dry. Keep talking to her about it. You know, death is inevitable. That's the one thing in insurance that's going to happen. If your policy is active and you're constantly, paying on your policy, we know we're going to pay out for life insurance because you're going to die. You may never get a payout for car insurance. You may never get a payout for your homeowner's insurance, your business insurance, because you hope a loss doesn't happen, but you are going to lose your life one day. Excuse me. What are your thoughts on Medicare? Medicare is lucrative as well. During open enrollment, I know it's very lucrative. I actually do not have my Medicare supplement license. That's definitely a goal of mine before open enrollment. My mom actually has her Medicare supplement license, and she said it wasn't hard, but she's worked in mental health and Medicare and all that for years. So it's like, so I definitely want to go into Medicare supplement as well. And that's the thing about insurance. It's so many different avenues to go in. And like, people are like, do you want to get into this or that? I'm like, yes, I want to get into all of it, but it's so much thrown at once. And then on top of me, still learning things in insurance, I'm running a business and it's a lot. And then I'm still writing policies. And it's like, when do I have the time to learn X, Y, and Z? I mean, of course you make time for what you want to make time for, but I want to perfect what I know now before I add on more things to the table, I'm happy you did it too, man. I'm inspired to start a channel, record my journey. Definitely start a channel for insurance. I would be more than happy to support you, to subscribe, to comment on your videos. Anything insurance, I watch on YouTube. So there's probably no insurance video you could show me that I haven't already seen. So if you're an insurance YouTuber out there, drop your YouTube and I will 110% subscribe like right now. How do you build up confidence to become a content creator? Honestly, I don't look at myself as a content creator for real. I just look at myself as getting in front of a camera and talking about insurance. I'm very, very, very passionate about insurance, if you haven't noticed. So I just want to spread the knowledge and the value that I've learned through insurance and go from there. Just start out, just shoot a video. You don't have to post it, practice, and critique yourself, or have your friends come and say, hey, that wasn't good, or stop saying or stop scratching your head in the middle of the video, and they can give you that, and then you'll perfect it over time. I mean, you go look at my first videos. Okay, the thing I hate about my early videos, I was so hyper. I'm still a hyper person, but I've like toned down a lot in my videos. But like in my one that's almost at 30,000 views, I'm like, you need to get into insurance. What's good, YouTube? Issue. Like I was so like on 10, and I'm like, that was a lot. And yeah, so just practice, and it's a beautiful journey. And even looking at my old videos and looking now and just seeing the growth and the rebrand that I did, it's a beautiful part of the journey that'll always be documented. So we have like 3-4 more minutes, so I'm gonna take a few more questions, and then we gonna sign out. And yeah. As an insurance agent, do you have to take process payments for premium? Yes, I do process and take payments. That is how I bind. I officially bind the policy, or put the policy in force. There's a good video I watched from David Duford, and someone he partners with is talking specifically about Medicare and Affordable Care Act plans. Send me that video or comment under one of my videos and show me that video, and I would love to check that out, just to learn a little bit more about it. How do you get leads? In other words, how do you get clients? That is the hardest part of the job, in my opinion. Honestly, that's the hardest part of any job, to be honest, in sales. It is just, I've been so blessed. I thank God every day, but I've been so blessed and fortunate to have marketed myself well enough where I'm not always chasing people. I get referrals. I'm reaching out to different businesses and different referral partners. And it just depends on what insurance you're selling and just catering to that. I do have coaching calls that I'll be more than happy to hop on that with. I will be more than happy to hop on you. No, hold on. I'll be more than happy to hop on a call with you about that. The link is in any one of my descriptions for any one of my videos. Click it, and then one of my people will send you an email and how to book that. So I'll be more than happy to help you with that, because it's pretty intense on how I market, but I found it to be super, super, super successful. Justin, don't laugh at me. I told you I can't talk. Life insurance, I think, is why the wage gap between us and them. They plan for death, we react to it. Amen. I need to put that in the video. Can I quote you on that? Life insurance, I'm going to read that again. Life insurance is why the wage gap is between us and them. They plan for death and we react to it. I wish I had like a soundboard that can do like a bomb or something. That was good. Yeah. That is so true. Thank you. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. Hey, C. Harris, you coming with the quotes today. I'm writing both of those down, and you will see those in my upcoming video. So I'm quoting you on it. I'm not stealing it. I'm citing my sources. So how do you track your prospects? Do you have an Excel sheet? I have trouble organizing it all. There's a lot of CRM systems out here, which are customer relation management systems that you can organize. It's a big workflow pretty much, and it reminds me of when I have to follow up with people, what policies I write for them, the premium amount, it tracks my premium, the sales for the month, and so forth. So the CRM system has helped me out a lot. Hop on a call, I can kind of walk you through it and how that you can do it for free. Like I have a CRM system for 100% free. It works great for me. It's on my phone. It's on my computer. So I never, ever, ever miss like following up with somebody. So I'm going to stop the live now here. Again, if you have any questions or any video that you would like to see me execute, that is my email right there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to KennyJTV live edition. I will be up here next month as well. I might go to 2 lives a month. It just depends on, honestly, my schedule, to be honest. But again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.